So lesson we were looking at the sine rule. Now we're going to look at the cosine rule. Now the cosine rule will look quite familiar, just with a funny little twist at the end. But once again, this is a rule based around non-right angle triangles. And in fact, it's really something to do with a lot of sides. So that's what we're going to be having a look at. Alrighty, so the rule looks like this. This is the cosine rule. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. All looking pretty familiar so far. Take 2AB cosine C, where this is a capital C. So this is the angle C. And you go, well, how is this any different from Pythagoras' theorem? And the big part, remember, is that this is to do with non-right angle triangles. And that's what's so powerful about this rule. But notice, if you want to find A, B, or C, you need to know one angle. And the angle that you have has to be the angle opposite to a side that we have. So it's really important that if you want to find sine C, you need to know the angle of C. So let's have a look and see where we can use it. Alrighty. So here we can see that we've got a triangle all written out. And so we've got 5 meters for this side, 8 meters for this side. Now, one of the big things to just remember with this is that you're usually either going to want to find exactly one angle or you're going to be looking for exactly one side. So my suggestion is whenever you're labeling, make sure you're labeling C as either the angle or the side that you're after. We can't really solve for the B sides because in the rule, there's actually 2 copies of B. There's a B here and there's a B here, and same problem with A. So the rule is really only useful for either finding C or for finding angle C. So it's got to be something to do with C. So since I want to find side C, then this has to be angle C, and then I can label, this A, this B, this little a, and this little b. But it's really important, the naming of C. Now, in this case, it's the longest side, but that's not why I'm labeling it C. I'm actually labeling it C because it is the side that I'm interested in. And you can see I've got the angle opposite it. So, perfect for the rule. So, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Take 2AB cos C, angle C. So, substitute everything in we know. X squared on the left. A squared is 8 squared, B squared is 5 squared, minus 2 times A, which was 8, times B, which was 5, times cos of angle C, which was 110 degrees. Alrighty. So now we can nearly work it out. Then the issue is that you can see on the left-hand side, we've got x squared. Now if you wanted to, you could type that into a calculator, write it down, and then take the square root. But what I like to do is just why wait? Take the square root straight away. So we're going to take the square root of both sides, and we get x is equal to the square root, it's a big one, of 8 squared plus 5 squared, take 2 times 8 times 5 times cos of 110. Type that into my calculator. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit, but we're going to do it slowly and carefully, and that's going to give us our answer. And you can see I get 10.787, and since the units was meters, it's also going to be meters. Let's just round it to 1 decimal place, so 10.8 meters long, which makes sense if you have a look at the picture. C is definitely the longest side, so it should definitely have the longest side in terms of its length. Alrighty, so there's just a quick go through finding sides. Make sure you label your C the side you want to find. Not the longest side, not the shorter side, the side you want to find. See you in the next one. Goodbye.